The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
Hey, we're here in Weyburn, and it's the Sioux Line Cruisers Car Show, and I've got with me Charles Hartfield, and you got a 67 Charger?
Dodge
Right.
Charger, you bet.
Tell us a little bit about your car.
Well, it's got 71,000 original kilometers on it, or miles on it, and it is 100% original. You know, numbers all match.
Oh.
And I'm the third owner.
And you're from Weyburn here?
And actually, it's down south here, Lake Alma.
Lake Alma, okay,
And
cool.
we've the wife.
Is there a lake in Lake Alma?
No, there's a dried out slough. So yeah, that's all there is. But yeah, we've had the car roughly 12 years, and we just maintain it.
Yeah.
That's all we do.
Do you think it's original paint on it?
No, it isn't. Oh, that's one thing. Ernie, the original owner out of Massachusetts.
Massachusetts?
Massachusetts, where the car
is that
came
where you
from.
bought it?
No, that's not me. Dave, the second owner, that's where he got it from.
Okay.
But anyway, Ernie had got rear-ended.
Oh.
So, and that was about 82, 83, somewhere in there. And that time he painted the whole car.
Wow. So it's had three owners from what you know?
Three owner. I'm the third owner.
And it came from Massachusetts, right?
Massachusetts. Dave was the second one. He lives in Calgary.
Okay.
And
you bought it from Calgary?
Dave. Yes, I bought it from out of Calgary.
You went all the way there from Lake Alma
so.
to Calgary. Holy
Yeah. Well, that's another story. That's a very long story.
Why? What was the story there?
Well, I was interested in a car like this, and there happened to be two black ones, and I'd made arrangements to see them at Olympic Park. That's where they were going to show their cars.
Okay.
In Calgary.
In Calgary, yeah.
And I did. I went and had a look at them. I wasn't overly impressed.
Oh.
And I happened to walk around, and Dave had a for sale sign on his.
Oh, it was a car show then,
And
too?
it was at a car show. It was all Chrysler product.
Oh,
car show,
Mopar.
kind of
Okay.
Mopar, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And we made a deal right away, and I drove it home to North Battleford. At that time is where we lived, and we drove it home the next day.
Wow. So you made a deal right there?
So we made a deal right then and there. I mean, like, it was all original, and basically the way it sits, eh?
So why for you a Dodge Charger?
I always liked them.
Yeah.
When I was 13 years old, I used to go by a Dodge dealership, and they had one in the showroom.
Oh.
It happened to be copper.
Oh, which
And,
dealership? Where was that?
This is in Weyburn.
Oh,
and
Weyburn.
They're over where Cal Tire used to be, called
Okay.
Standard Garage.
Oh, okay.
But they're long gone.
So a 13-year-old kid goes by and sees this Charger.
Sees this, and I looking at it, and I look at the interior and stuff, and I'm thinking, wow, this looks futuristic.
Yes.
So, and it was right then, 13 years old, and I fell in love with that style of vehicle.
Oh my God. Let's have a look inside this futuristic interior. And you know what? I kind of know what you mean, because it has this long sloping window.
That package back there, that lays down. This all lays down also.
Oh, look at that.
Oops, sorry. There you go.
Have you ever slept in the car?
I have not, but Dave, the second owner, him and his wife used to go to Kananaskis,
Yes.
and they'd spend the night there and sleep in the car.
Really?
Just bring
So
up
get
the
their sleeping bags and
you
away
bet.
they go.
I've
It's raised a little bit. Does that go flat?
It does.
Oh,
And
it
so
does.
you do it from the trunk, and it has two latches, and it lays down.
So this is like
you
a
can
camper car.
Yes, yeah.
It's so cool. How
yeah.
many miles has it got on it?
It has 71,000 original miles.
Oh, beautiful.
When I bought it from Dave, it had 68. So, and in 12 years, you haven't put on a whole lot.
3,000 miles.
3,000. That's
So what's
like
the color?
nothing.
Do you know what the color is?
They call this a dark red metallic.
Dark red metallic.
It's not restored in here. It's
Yeah,
just
no,
the
no.
way over the years, the wear and tear.
This is your car as a
This
driver,
is-
daily
yeah,
driver.
and that's exactly what it is. It's
Isn't
a
that
daily
nice
driver.
to have? Isn't that nice to have a daily driver
It
that's
is.
a classic car?
It is, yeah, it is, and it's got a lacquer paint on it, and it's really easy to polish up. So it doesn't matter, because you get young kids,
Yes.
and they don't mean to. They like to touch everything, but all that stuff cleans up nice. So.
Well, you've got yourself a real car. You know,
well,
not
thank
saying
you.
not saying that if you've got a ultimate show car that's wrong either. But
No.
you've got the best of all worlds here. I mean, you can
think I
drive
got-
it and you can enjoy it.
That's right. And yeah,
When are you going to sleep in it?
that I don't know. But hopefully before I'm long gone. Or at least try
It
it
looks like
out.
a camper. Yeah, no
yeah,
kidding.
yeah, hopefully.
Well, thanks
So-
for sharing your
Well,
car at Crusin on 7. So we're here with Lorraine Wilkinson, and she has a 1939 Jaguar replica, and this is a sweet ride, Lorraine.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm pretty excited about it. I had a 1937 a few years back.
Wow, so you're kind of a connoisseur of this stuff.
No, I just know what I like. And so I bought that, but it was a standard, and I just wasn't comfortable driving the
Oh,
standard.
this is an automatic.
This is an automatic, and it takes me anywhere I want to go.
Beautiful car.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your car. You were telling me earlier what it is. It's a kit car, but it's built on a Mustang. Is that right?
Correct. The kit itself was purchased, from what I understand, down in New York, and it came up to Nova Scotia, where the individual that bought the kit purchased it and put it all together in Nova Scotia. And then I purchased it in 2020 from a man in Manitoba, and it made its way to Saskatchewan.
So that was just the beginning of COVID, kind of there. So
Yes, it was.
So tell me what motivated you? I mean, it's a gorgeous car. Why a Jaguar for you?
I'm just really attracted to the roadster style of it. I like the sleek lines of it. It's different.
Yes,
it's
it is.
different.
It's very well done, and the
Yeah.
paint job and the appointments are just gorgeous to it. So do you take it anywhere? Do you drive it at
I
all?
haven't actually, because it was having some carburetor problems when I bought it. So the guys over at Poor Boys took good care of me this year and got it
really?
all tuned up. So
They're
that-
good guys for you?
They are wonderful over at Poor Boys. I've had really good luck over there. They take really good care
Are you
of
from Weyburn here?
me. I am, yes.
So let's see you sit in this car. We'd like to have a hop in. We'd like to have a picture of you in your car. Oh, it's such a gorgeous car. Good for you. You're as snug as a bug in a rug
You
here.
just slide
Do you
right
enjoy
in.
driving it?
I used to have a motorcycle until health issues got in the way. So I traded my two-wheel therapy into four-wheel therapy.
Well,
and
you know,
it's a
I
lot
did
of
the
fun.
same thing. I bought a different sports car, and it's a lot of fun.
It is. I'm a
You still
social worker.
You still get the open road
You
feel?
do.
Oh, you're
You
a social
do.
worker.
I'm a social worker. But I go burn off some steam at the end of the day, and it's really great for that purpose. And just lots of fun overall.
You know, and it's such a classic design. I just love it. Oh my goodness, Lorraine.
Yep, this is a one of a kind for me, and I'll be hanging on to it. I had it for 2 days, and somebody offered me $60,000 for it.
Really?
Yes, and
Wow.
just 5 minutes into the car show, I had another offer, but it's not for sale.
Well, I can see why. It's just gorgeous. It's
Yeah,
just gorgeous.
I love it. It's a lot of
So
fun.
what has it got in for an engine in it, do you know?
It has got a Mustang 2 engine. The information is on the board there.
Okay.
The original one that I had was a VW, and so it had a little bit peppier engine in
this
it.
has got the good stuff in it then.
It's going to be around for a while.
So you bought it from Winnipeg, huh?
I did. Yes.
Did you have to travel to Winnipeg to get it?
Yes, so we trailered it back because I really didn't know what kind of shape it was in.
Okay.
And so I had to put a fair amount of money into it. It had to be totally safetied and
Yeah.
brought up to code, and so it's been bumper to bumper inspected and ready to go.
Oh, so sweet, Lorraine. Well, thanks a lot for joining us on Crusin.
You're very welcome. Thanks for asking me.
Okay. Hey, we're here with Kelly Titlansvik, and you've got a 1929 or 30?
Well, there's any parts anywhere from 1919 to 1928.
19. Oh, so it's a 10-year period, huh?
Well, yeah, it was leftover parts from one that I restored.
Okay. And what is it, Ford or Chevy?
Model T Ford.
Model T Ford, okay.
The drivetrain is all overhauled. The reason I say 1928, Model T ended in 1927.
Yes.
But the engine's a 28 because it was used in a Gleaner combine as well.
Oh.
And this came out of a Gleaner combine.
So is it a Ford engine?
Ford engine, yes. Yeah.
So you were restoring other cars, and so this is your amalgam of what's left over.
What was left over, yeah. I restored a 1925 Model T Roadster pickup.
Wow.
And
Well, you've done a creative job. This isn't your fuel tank, though, is it?
no, I thought of it though, putting the fuel tank in the hooch tank, but
In the hooch tank.
yeah.
So whereabouts are you from?
From Esteban.
So tell us a little bit about this project. What got it started for you?
Well, what got it started is I needed a box for my 25 that I was restoring, and it's a 1 year only. And it was the old school teacher from Esteban, the shop teacher, John Dick, offered the box to me. And he says, if you take the box, you have to take the whole car.
Oh,
So when I got the car, it was just a rolling chassis is all it was.
okay.
But the engine in it was so worn out, there wasn't one good usable part in the whole thing. So I had
Oh,
to
you're
find a
kidding.
different engine.
Oh,
so I
my-
got to come up with this one that came out of a combine.
How did you find that combine? In a field too, or what?
No, it's a long story.
Oh, we got time.
A friend of mine from Montana had bought it at an auction sale,
The combine?
just the engine on a frame.
Okay.
And then he sent it up to his friend up at Saskatoon to have him overhaul it. In the meantime, the fellow in Montana passed away.
Oh, God.
But the engine's all in pieces in Saskatoon, and I needed an engine. So the friend of mine says, go get the one from Saskatoon.
Wow.
So I got that from him.
All the pieces.
Yeah, but it was on this frame, so we didn't know that it was a combine engine until I was at an auction sale down in Illinois.
Oh,
and
no.
there was a fella there who collects Gleaner combines.
Oh.
And they pointed that out to me, and I asked him, I says, what is this frame from? Do you know what it is? He said, that's to put a Model T engine in a Gleaner combine. He said, for sure, he said.
They didn't put Gleaner engines in Model Ts though, did they?
No, just the Model T engine and Gleaner combine.
Oh, Model T engine into a Gleaner
Yep,
combine.
yep.
Okay. So that's how you could salvage a Ford engine then, kind of thing.
Well, I think they kept building engines to put in like in a Gleaner combine and use for other purposes as well as replacement engines because the last Model T engine was built in 1941.
Really?
Yep. Even though the cars were done in 1927.
1940, 14 years later. Wow. So what is this back here? This box is off what?
So I built it's a new box built at Barnwood,
Okay. Okay.
but rounded up decorations from the farm and from friends and the other side's I got all the recreational activity covered. I can go trapping, I can go fishing with my bamboo pole. I got a shotgun on the other side.
Oh, dude.
And then while we get bored down by the river, we can get the hooch tank going if we want and make a little shine. Well, they said it's a show and shine, so I brought the shine.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Yeah, you've got but when you're driving down the road, all that stuff can't stay on there.
Oh,
It'll
no,
go.
we put it in our toolbox back here.
Oh,
We have all
you-
kinds of tools we need
Oh,
here.
look at that.
Here we better move that bamboo pole.
Yeah.
We got us a couple of cordless drills.
Look at that. Now, what the heck is that drill? That's kind of an
Well, that's putting a lot of pressure on. This is
Okay.
for the real fine, small tuning. This is for the bigger jobs where you get that big work going on there. Little woodwork out the plane. You can measure around your wooden barrel if you want with that, but going around counting the revolutions.
Look at that. Hey, this is a still back here.
Yeah, that's how we fill the hooch tank.
You got a still back here. Where'd you get that from?
A friend of mine at Crosby had it. And we got a scale on the back so we can measure the mash before we put it in.
Oh, where's your scale? Let's have a look at
Well,
that.
it's laying on top there.
Oh, it's laying on top of it.
We got to hang that on a tree when the time comes.
Oh.
Then you can weigh your mash before you put it in and get the recipe right.
So you're like a portable moonshiner. You can go anywhere.
That'd be legal if we were moonshiners, wouldn't it?
I don't know. There's so many TV shows, moonshiners. I'm beginning to wonder if there is. Well, that is quite a car.
Up a tire if
truck.
you're real bored.
Oh, man, you're set to go anywhere. You could be everybody's friend.
It's been a fun project. The other one, I was so sick of doing body work. I said, I'm not doing any body work with this one. And I bolted it all together the way it was and found the extra parts.
You know, it's
that
actually
mixed
pretty
up.
good because there isn't a lot of rusty holes on it. I was expecting
Well, the
to
rusty
see-
holes I fixed with Rogers syrup cans and Players and Vogue tobacco cans on the other side.
Really?
It has a new wood frame inside the body,
Okay.
so it has been restored in that respect, but all the old material put back on the outside.
I see you got some reindeer bells on there too, huh?
Well, my wife has the park in Esteban downtown.
Okay.
In the summertime. So in the wintertime, she wanted to decorate it with Christmas trees. So she got about a dozen artificial Christmas trees, and she was decorating these in the garage while I was trying to do this. So I stole them Christmas bells. That way I know when people get in and out.
Does it fire up pretty good?
Oh yeah, it starts and runs real good.
Oh,
Drive it to coffee every day in Esteban.
Oh, do you?
Pretty much, yeah.
Where do you go for coffee?
Tim Hortons.
Well, I got to keep an eye out there if we go through Estevan. If I see you there.
9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock in the
And
morning.
there's a few other little decorations like a liquor advertisement for upholstery inside and canary seat bags for seat covers.
Oh, I like
An
that.
Armistice tuning on there for the fuel mixture knob. Case tractor, amp meter. Horns on the other side, little side marker light up there with the lantern.
You even got a kerosene lantern there.
That's the side marker light, yeah.
Oh, that's your side marker. Well, thanks for joining us on Crusin. It's so much. And it's Canadian made using Saskatchewan grain
And
only.
here we go. Yeah.
I like that. Hey, we're here with Dan Kopek, and he's got a 68 Charger. Tell us a little bit about your car.
I've had the car for 4 years now. I bought it in the fall of 2018. It was kind of an online, looked at it online, and it was actually come out of Ohio.
Oh, did it?
Cincinnati, Ohio, yeah. And kind of got in contact with a guy there. It was for sale, but I didn't pull the trigger on it then. And seen it was offline. It wasn't for sale anymore, but I stayed in contact with him and just sent him a text one day and said if he still had his car around, and he said he did. So we got talking, and I think about 6 weeks later it was on its way, and I had it shipped up to Williston and brought it across there.
So, okay, I'm kind of interested in that. First of all, is that ever a clean-looking car? My God, I just look down the body lines. It's just as straight as an arrow.
I mean, it's not perfect.
It's pretty damn close.
I never had to do any really body work or done anything to it. More electrical, some suspension stuff, interior. So it was a nice car to work on, and it wasn't costly at all.
So let's say you had the car shipped to Williston, and then what did you do? Go with the trailer down to Williston yourself?
Yeah, you have to pre-do all your stuff ahead of time. They get all the paperwork and all that. So where
did you keep it at Williston? Did you just meet the guy there?
Actually, I had a guy brought it picked it up in Cincinnati, and he hauled it in a toy hauler for me and brought it right to Williston. I met him in the Walmart parking lot.
Really?
And told me what time he was going to be there, and we unloaded, traded it out, and brought it up to the border.
So when you got to the border, you had to have some sort of brokerage thing or something?
Yeah, like that? You got to go through a broker out of Manitoba. I had a fellow that I know in town here that's a part of the car club. It kind of brought one across from the States and told me what I had to do and everything. So it was real easy.
Not two owners? No, not too bad?
No, it was actually real easy. It's fun till you get to the Canadian side, and then they hit you with all the taxes. So.
Oh, GST and PST.
Oh yeah. They got to get theirs,
Oh, did you have to show them the invoice of the thing?
Yeah, and they're already checking when one person's asking you how much you paid for it, the other person's on a computer checking to see how much they're worth.
Oh, see if you're stretching it a little bit. Yeah. So what is the color of that car? Do you know?
From what I've found out about it from the owner that I bought it from and where he got it, he bought it out of Houston. Okay. And then he figured the car came out of California.
Oh my goodness.
And we can figure out, we think that it was red just because I figure it was painted in the early 80s.
So what color? It's black.
It's black.
It's a black color, so they don't call it anything jet black.
No, I don't have a fender tag for it. That's one thing I'm missing, so I can't.
I love the RFK and Kennedy for president. Those are collector items in themselves.
As far as I know, those have been on there since pretty much original. So.
I mean, those are real collector items.
I left it alone. But I haven't done anything to the body or nothing. I've left it alone and just gone with what it is, so it's held up pretty well. But I believe the car was originally red.
Okay. I like what you've done here with these wheels. I mean, they're just stock kind of black wheels with chrome nuts.
I have the dog dish hubcaps that came with it.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, and I had it on for the first couple of years, and then I ended up changing my tire sizes on the back and got steel rims. No, I actually bought them out of the wreckers in Weyburn and blasted them and painted them.
You know what it is? It's sort of like a mean, sinister kind of like street.
That's kind of what I was going for.
Yeah. Like a lot of time, not knocking other nice wheels because they're all beautiful and I like them too, and I have some of that on another car, but it's or have had them, but it's
I get a lot of compliments on those. Yeah, they're just simple stuff,
So this car has traveled around the States a lot then.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
I don't know how much.
Are you from Weyburn here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm from Weyburn, yeah.
Oh, you got it nice and clean. Good daily driver. You can drive it every day.
Yeah, I mean it is. I haven't got it out much this year. This is actually the first time we've got it, but it's picked up a few bugs on the way in, but it's nothing. But it was sound. I never had to do a lot of work to the motor, but there's always some tweaks, gaskets and leaks. And they're not leaking oil.
Well, let's say 68, 78, 88, 98, 2008, 2018. Well, God, we're talking about a 54-year-old car.
Right. I mean,
doesn't seem possible, does it?
I don't know how many cars today last 54 years and come back and too much of it left of it. So.
Oh, it's a beautiful car.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Well, thanks for joining us. Maybe we'll just have a quick look inside. Just look at your interior. Come on, show us your interior here a little bit. So it's the real Sinisters, just straight kind of.
Yeah, everything was
vinyl,
and that's how I changed the mats. And like I said, I did a lot of electrical wiring. And
is it automatic?
Automatic, yeah.
Wow, that makes it nice. You don't have to pound around the shifting.
No, it shifts. It's pretty smooth. Anybody could get in there. As time went
on, I had a 4-speed Corvette. I got tired of shifting with the clutch. It was like, whoa, man.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Not knocking shifting, but
I got a couple boys too. They can take it out and drive.
You got a couple.
Yeah. So
how old are they?
21 and 18.
Oh, and you give them the keys. Oh,
Well, they have, yeah. They've taken it. Graduations. Yeah.
that's got to be a present and a half. Holy
yeah,
smokes.
not too many of them.
This is a family heirloom.
Yeah, hard to get rid of. Everybody tells me they wish they never got rid of there, so it's a good lesson that
I know.
don't know if I'd give it up.
Lots of buddies that have had these and they, regrets. Anyway, thanks again.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
So we're here with George Kalman. He's got a 39 Packard?
No, 1940.
1940, okay. What model is it?
It's a 120 touring sedan.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's the history on this car, George?
I actually bought this from a fella in Regina
Really?
12 years ago who had it. He had it about 12 years, and he bought it from the original owner in South Dakota.
Really? So
Yeah.
it's a South Dakota car?
Yeah, it's originally South Dakota car. And as far as we can tell, because when the motor was rebuilt, the speedometer was turned back.
Okay.
And but I found the old registration, and in the States, the registration you had to put the mileage on every year.
Oh, you did?
So
really?
there's probably only maybe we're just guessing 70,000 miles on it all total.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Packard, where does this fit in with the models of Packard? Like,
It's on the lower scale. They had the 110s, 120s, 160s, 180s, and then you get into the real high-end ones.
Oh, really?
The real fancy ones.
this looks pretty fancy.
Yeah, well, this is probably compared to the high-end Buick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Packard kind of
Yeah.
specialized in deluxe cars
Yeah.
and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
they had very high-end ones, Jay Leno type cars.
what's it running for an engine?
That's straight 8.
Oh, it's a straight 8.
That's a straight 8 Packard.
That's right, and they kept that straight 8 going for a long time,
Yep,
didn't they?
it's a straight 8, 3-speed manual, overdrive.
Did you paint it, or it was?
No, the paint job was last painted in around about 74 in the
Wow,
States.
that is really kept it. Sorry, what were you going to show us?
3-speed, and it's got the overdrive. You just push that in.
Oh, you push that in?
Yeah, when you get up to 50, you push it in.
And away you go.
Yeah.
So how does it drive in the highway?
It drives really nice.
Really?
Really nice. It's all original except for the door panels. It's original seats,
Okay.
original headers, headliner.
Oh, look
original
at
back
that.
seat. That's all the original reg, except for this. This has been changed.
Suicide doors. I love that. And you got the
Yeah.
old luggage there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez, that's pretty good. What's at the back here? Is that a luggage rack that's... Okay, so you drop your luggage right there.
Put your trunk on there.
Oh,
And that's for a trunk carrier?
okay.
Yeah.
Back in the days when people had steamer trunks.
Yeah.
What's the trunk like inside? Oh, yeah. Oh, you got... Well, I can see why you need an extra trunk
Yeah.
thing. So it's
Yeah.
days of touring, huh? Go
Yeah.
cross country, throw
Yeah.
your trunk in the back, and away you go.
Yep.
Have you taken in any long trips at all, or you gone anywhere with it like that?
As far as I've gone, really is like Saskatoon and Cinnaboyle.
Oh, yeah.
Excuse me, Estiman.
Yeah, nice. I love the jet black. It's so cool. It's just has a kind of an executive look to it. This here that's kind of their symbol, is it? The
Yeah,
Packard?
it's just a Packer symbol. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, we're here with Garth Stewart, and he's got Smokey and the Bandit, a 77 Firebird, fire chicken, as some people used to say.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your car.
The car was originally bought by my brother at Grice Brothers Pontiac Buick here
I
in
thought you were going
Weyburn.
to say Burt Reynolds sold it to you.
No, not Bert. And
Your brother bought this car.
yeah, he bought it brand new.
Really?
Yeah, and then he drove it for about 6 years, and then kind of lost interest in it. And then I finally convinced him to to sell the car in 2004, and then I've owned it ever since. And then I hit a deer in 2018 going out to the TNT Rod Show with it.
Oh,
and
no.
then SGI.
Totaled it off?
No, they didn't total it off, thank God. And then, so I
You
fixed
haggled
it
with
up.
them a little bit. huh?
Yeah, I haggled with them a little bit, and then fixed the car all up, and then this is the result.
So what have we got here? Is this the kind of model that was in Smokey and the Bandit? This
Yeah,
is pretty
this
much it, huh?
This is the exact same car.
It's the exact same car. So, okay, so on the breathing thing is the carburetors. What do we have there for the filter in the top there? Oh, look at that. Okay. So that, yeah, okay.
Air filter.
And you can take this piece off separate,
Okay.
and then the air filter's in behind here.
So it's breathing from the back coming in. That's what I was trying to figure out. It's not
Actually-
breathing this way. It's not
Actually,
scooping.
it breathes through here. There's a ductwork in here.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's just for show there?
Yeah, just for
oh,
show.
okay. Because I was trying to figure out how it actually breathes. So that's more or less just, it's not a shaker hood or something like that where it's breathing and all that.
No, it's not a functional hood. So
Okay. So it's a ram air kind of thing that comes up front there. Huh?
yeah, there's a ductwork that goes in underneath the fender here, and then goes up through the ducting in here into the air breather.
So when it was hit by a deer, was it pretty badly damaged or was it?
No, it was just a little bit of a ripple on the front fender. The driver's side mirror was wiped right off the car, and then a little bit of damage to the door, and then the windshield was knocked right out.
Wow.
And the roof was pushed back a little bit and knocked down.
Holy dynamite. Were you in the car when that happened?
Yeah, I was driving. I was picking glass out of my ears for a week after that.
Oh my God. Daytime or nighttime?
9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the specs that are in this car. What have you got in there?
Well, this is a Pontiac 400. This is the original motor and transmission to the car.
So this is the numbers matching car?
Yeah,
then?
this is number matching car. And then when the car was apart for the repairs, I took the engine and transmission out and took it all apart, rebuilt the engine and tranny, and I had everything on tables in the garage.
Wow.
For probably about 6 months.
So you took advantage of the opportunity
Yeah.
to give her a freshen up then and
Yeah.
go from it. Oh, isn't that something? So let's just close the hood. What do they call that symbol on there? It's not a fire chicken. What is that? Is that an eagle or what is it? Do you know?
It's
A phoenix?
it's a Firebird.
Yeah, Firebird.
It
That's
is.
what it is.
That's
okay.
what it is.
Cool. I love the color. Is it a jet black or is there a name for the color?
Just black.
Yeah.
Well, the color for the car is called Starlight Black.
Starlight black. Okay.
And then this is the deluxe interior. It's got the kind of the velvet in the middle.
Well, I noticed that. Yeah. And in the back too, the seats and everything.
Yeah. This is the original interior. I haven't done nothing to the interior.
Really?
except
Even
for
the rugs?
detail.
Even the rugs?
Yeah. Well, the rug is new.
The rug is new. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
usually the one that takes the beating. Huh?
Yeah.
So it's an automatic, 3-speed automatic. What's the transmission? Do you know what it is?
It's a Turbo 350,
Turbo 350.
and it's
it-
a Pontiac 400.
And you've got these summer louvers that you can pull off and all that stuff.
Yeah.
T-tops.
These are called T-tops.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And
that's-
these are original to the car as well.
Jeez. Yeah, that was a popular idea. Instead of a convertible, people were kind of a little bit hesitant about convertibles, so they started putting T-tops in it.
Yeah.
And they had bags for them and different things you could
Yeah,
put them into.
I've got all that. I just don't have it here.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got the original inflatable spare, the original can of pressurized air that you use to pressure up the spare tire. And
Oh, okay. Oh, geez.
I just don't have it here because I have a bunch of stuff in the trunk. Like
Well,
detailing
you were
stuff.
wise to buy this off your brother. So you've had this car for how long?
Since 2004.
Wow. Well, that's 18 years.
Yeah.
Beautiful car. Congratulations.
Well, thank you.